From Daily Trust News Center, this is the News Hour.
On News Hour tonight, no life lost as another building collapses in Lagos. Ondo State Governor Rotimi Akeredolu asks Nigerians to support competence over religion. Dotsima residents pay tribute to Assistant Commissioner of Police killed by bandits. On the foreign scene, South Africa bar owner arrested over deaths of 21 teens. Hello and welcome to News Hour on Trust TV. I am Ayinde Shuaga. Authorities in Lagos say no life was lost after a two-story building has collapsed in the Palm Grove area of Lagos State on Wednesday. Public Relations Officer of the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, in the Southwest region, Ibrahim Farinloye, who confirmed the incident, said the building was still in use before it crashed at about midnight. Farinloye said the 4 families who were in the building as at the time of the incident escaped to safety. Also speaking, the Lagos State Emergency Management Agency, LASEMA, said the building has been cordoned off. Wednesday's incident is the latest in the chains of building collapses recorded in Lagos as the government works to stop the trend. One of the Kuje Correctional Center escapees was on Monday arrested by operatives of the Ogun State Police Command. A statement by the State Police Public Relations Officer, Abimbola Oyeyemi, said the escapee, 28-year-old Yakubu Abdulmumini, was arrested following information received by policemen at Songwater Divisional Headquarters that the convict was sighted somewhere around Songwater. He confessed to the police that he escaped from Kuje Correctional Center on the 5th of July 2022 when the center was attacked by bandits. He stated further that he was convicted by Kogi State High Court for conspiracy and culpable homicide and sent to Kuje Correctional Center. The Jigawa State Police Command on Wednesday said its operatives have arrested a suspected drug dealer identified as Mahdi Salisu, 33, of Taura Town, alongside 9 suspected criminals following a raid on criminal hideouts and black spots at Unguwa Gabas in Taura local government area of the state. The command's spokesperson, DSP Shisu Adam, in a statement said intelligence gathering led to the arrest of the drug dealer. The statement further said operatives found 102 wraps and some dried leaves in a nylon bag suspected to be Indian hemp in his possession. The statement said the suspects will be charged to court at the end of investigation. In the meantime, the Commissioner of Police, Jigawa State Police Command, CP Aliyu Tafida, noted that raids on criminal hideouts and black spots will continue in the entire state. Dosima local government, the headquarters of the area command of the Nigeria Police in Katsina State, is where the slain Assistant Commissioner of Police, Aminu Umar, operated until bandits killed him in an ambush last week. The brave ACP fought hard to contain the incessant killings, rustling of animals, and kidnappings with the total support of residents of Dosima and other local governments comprising the area. Abdullahi Yamadi visited Dosima, Kurfi, Safana, Basari, and Jibia local governments, parts of operational jurisdiction of the area command. His report.
There is no doubt people of the area enjoyed the gallantry and outstanding display of hard work and commitment of the police officer during his lifetime. ACP Aminu Umar paid the supreme price in active service trying to protect people's lives and property within the jurisdiction of Dutsinma Area Command of the Nigeria Police Force. People here are saying they are finding it very difficult to put the unfortunate event that led to the killing of the police officer behind them. This is because before his death, he stood firm in protecting the area from incessant terrorist attacks. The killing of ACP Aminu Umar keeps reminding me of the assassination of some northern leaders during 1966 coup. If anybody in this area tells you he is now sleeping with his two eyes closed since the unfortunate event, he is lying.
Bakin gwargwado area command yana kokari wajen dakile 'yan ta'adda.
The role played by the late area commander in the protection of lives and property in the insecurity-prone local government would remain indelible in our minds. He was so much committed to the restoration of peace and tranquility in the area. The people are in despair and are wondering why the fight against terrorism is taking this long to accomplish. Plagued by the activities of terrorists, the residents of Dusima, Kurifi, Safana, Damusa, Kankara, Batsari, and Jibia local government areas now live in fear and uncertainty now that the police officer is no more. To the people in areas affected by insecurity, ACP Aminu Umar is equal to none. May his soul rest in Al-Jannah Firdausi. Amen. Barely a week after the killing of the police officer, bandits and other criminal elements have taken over total control of the insecurity-prone local governments, forcing farming communities to halt, even at the height of rainy season in Katsina State. This is why they are appealing for a more holistic approach to deal with the terrorists and their collaborators, saying enough is enough. We are still mourning the demise of the gallant police officer. To the people of Dusama and the environs, we are in trouble because the fragile security situation has totally collapsed since the very day the area commander was killed. Many of these impoverished villagers are saying hunger and poverty are taking a toll on the local communities, as they can neither farm nor go to markets to earn a means of livelihood. Security of lives and property in the frontline local governments is no longer guaranteed, as hundreds of thousands have been displaced, dozens killed, millions of animals rustled, and property worth billions of naira destroyed. Abdullahi Ismayamadi, Trust Television News, Katsina.
5 people have been killed in a fresh attack in Anta community of Mbala Council Ward in Makurdi local government area of Benue State. It was, however, learned that the bodies of the first 3 victims of the Tuesday evening attack have been found and buried, while search to recover the remains of the remaining 2 was ongoing at the time of filing this report. The special advisor to the Benue State Governor on security matters, Lieutenant Colonel Paul Hemba, retired, said he had only received reports of 2 persons killed in the community on Tuesday by armed herders. Police spokesman for Benue Command, DSP Catherine Anene, said she was yet to be informed of the attack. The emergence of Senator Kashim Shettima, former governor of Borno State, as the APC vice presidential candidate, was greeted with joy in Maiduguri, the state capital. This is even as residents expressed divergent opinions on the Muslim ticket. Our correspondent went to feel the pulse of the people on the nomination. The report.
For the past few weeks, Nigerians have waited eagerly for the announcement of running mate to APC presidential candidate Bola Tinubu in the forthcoming general elections. The latest declaration of Senator Kashim Shettima is drawing more reactions, especially from Maiduguri residents, with some expressing happiness over his emergence. Others, however, think differently.
Especially looking at when he was managing the Borno state government, look at how the economy took the proper shape, even though we were in a kind of insurgency and unrest, but the guy has tried. He delivered. He made it possible, and he successfully finished his 8 years term.
If you're looking for a vice president, you need someone that will man the economic team of the country. You need someone that will be chairman of the privatization team of the country. If you don't have enough exposure, depth of intellect, these are terrains that are quite difficult for anybody to handle.
Kashim can't do the job, and even Tinubu, we are not in support of him. We know them very well. They are not fit. We rather support Atiku. How much is a mudu of rice? Before now, it was 400 naira, but now it's 1,700 naira. Both of them can't do the job. Looking at their background and campaign, I don't think they will go far. And the way I see it, they won't do anything for we, the masses. The APC's Muslim ticket for the elections, they say, does not reflect in the constitution, but rather attention should be given to important issues Nigeria needs to address.
You are a Muslim, you are a Christian, you are a pagans, or this and that. The constitution has never discussed anything about religion. Who has the public trust? Who has the good record? You know, but talking about religion in this context, I don't know. But looking at the political culture and political orientation of Nigerians, that has now been an issue.
No, we are all Nigerians, we are all one. Because if we will view it religiously, it will cause problems and we won't progress. So it's all about giving them the chance. Who knows, it will bring better change and peace for the country. As the presidential aspirants set to seek for the highest office in the country, Nigerians are watching with keen interest to see who will be elected to succeed President Muhammadu Buhari in 2023.
Ondo State Governor Rotimi Akeredolu has called on Nigerians to ignore religion and vote for competence in the 2023 general elections. The governor said the buck stops at the president's table, adding that the faith of any vice president does not affect the performance of any administration. Akeredolu, who spoke on Wednesday in Akure, expressed confidence that the presidential candidate of the All Progressives Congress, APC, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, will rescue the nation. He said he has no doubt that if given the opportunity, Tinubu, from what he did in Lagos as governor, will turn around the fortunes of the country. The Nasiha on Political Development Initiative of the Umar, Nasibdu, has called on religious leaders to focus on issues-based campaigns rather than religious-inclined agitations that will aggravate the challenges of peace and security affecting the country. National Coordinator and Chief Imam of the Federal University of Technology, Minna, Bashir Yakuzo, and National Secretary Sani Idris said this in a statement in Minna, the Niger State capital, while reacting to protests against Muslim ticket by the Christian Association of Nigeria, CAN. They pointed out that the decisions of political parties to present Muslim ticket has never been dictated by any Muslim organization, but rather a party internal affair that has to do with winning projection and north-south zoning arrangement. The forum advised that agitations for domination in politics should not dominate political discourse at this critical period when Nigeria is faced with several socioeconomic challenges that require all hands to be on deck to find a lasting solution to the problems. The candidate of the People's Democratic Party in the July 16 governorship election in Osun State, Senator Ademola Adeleke, on Wednesday said the state government has refused to grant him permission to hold his mega rally at the Osogbo City Stadium and the Freedom Park in Osogbo. Speaking with Trust TV's Hamid Oyegbade in Osogbo, Adeleke said he personally pleaded with Governor Adegboyega Oyetola to allow him use the Osogbo City Stadium or the Freedom Park for his mega rally, which is expected to host the party's presidential candidate, Atiku Abubakar, and other governors. But the Commissioner for Information in the state, Funke Egbemode, in a telephone chat said the Osogbo City Stadium and the Freedom Park had earlier been granted to other people before Adeleke applied, noting that one venue cannot be given to two applicants at the same time.
As I'm speaking to you right now, we have applied for venue of our mega rally tomorrow. Up to now, they have not given it to us. And I went, to see the governor. I said, listen, we've applied several times for our venue of the rally. This state belongs to all of us. You did your own mega rally yesterday, Tuesday. So what's going on? He said, I don't know. I will look into it. I said, please look into it because we want peace.
The presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, on Wednesday appealed to people of Osun State to vote for the governorship candidate of the party, Lasun Yusuf. Obi, who appealed to residents not to sell their votes during the election, advised people of Osun State to collect money from vote buyers and vote for the Labour Party. He said Yusuf is competent and capable of being the next governor of Osun State and appealed to residents to vote for him. The Labour Party candidate, on his part, said he will make life better for people of Osun State. The governorship candidates in the July 16 governorship election in Osun State on Wednesday signed a peace accord and pledged to conduct themselves in a peaceful manner during the election. The peace accord signing was facilitated by the National Peace Committee under the chairmanship of former head of state, General Abubakar Abdulsalam, and the Kuka Center led by Bishop of the Catholic Diocese of Sokoto, Matthew Hassan Kuka. Hamid Oyegbade filed in this report as presented in our studio. We apologize for the loss of audio in that report. The president of the National Youth Council of Nigeria, NYCN, Sukubo Saraigbe Sukubo, has identified poverty and unemployment as the major causes of vote buying. To this end, he is urging governments at all levels to address the issues in order to put a stop to the trend in the country. Speaking in Ilorin during a one-day North Central Zonal Youth Leadership Summit, the NYCN president and other speakers also advised state governors to prioritize youth engagement to curb restiveness. The speakers commended Governor Abdulrahman Abdulrazak of Kwara State for including youths in his administration. They said the development has gone a long way in promoting the skills and intellectual capabilities of youths and promised to support his second-term bid.
Domiciled with the youth constituency, it gives me joy, and I applaud the governor, and I thank him so much. And it has also pushed the National Youth Council of Nigeria to look inward to give the governor total support for his administration and for his second term in office.
We want other state governments to tap from the vision of the executive governor of Kwara State in making sure that young people are given a right of place. We are talking about youth inclusion. We are talking about female participation in politics, affirmative action from right to left. How do we initiate it? The young people have came here to speak to themselves and use the Kwara State as an example.
Of course, the continuous voters education is also going on. It doesn't stop at getting voters card. They must be part and parcel of their society, and they must choose leaders. They must take part in the process of choosing leaders. And not only process, they should also aspire for positions. Of course, the moment you are qualified under the law, why not? Of course, because it is by that, it's by getting involved in the process that we cannot be complaining against the system.
You're watching NewsHour on Trust TV. Coming up after the break, how menial workers earn livelihood in Abuja. Stay with us.
Nigerians, elections are here again. Let us shun violence. Let us play the game according to the rules. Do not be a thug. Say no to violence. Let's rise and defeat violence, crime, and sabotage against the peace of our nation. Nigeria is the only country we have. We must do everything to keep it united. We must avoid any act that promotes hate and disintegration. Say no to separatist movement, terrorism, fake news, hate speech, religious bigotry, and any act that tends to divide us as a nation. Watch out for strange gatherings and suspicious movements. Restrict access to sensitive documents and data, the disclosure of which may damage national security. Educate your staff and family, particularly on measures to safeguard information and report security breaches. Apply relevant legal security guidelines to protect yourself and your neighbors. Due to misinformation and wrong choices, some idle persons resort to vices in their greed to get rich quick. They resort to kidnapping, killings for rituals, and other heinous crimes. Avoid wrong use of the social media. Before you broadcast that false message, think twice. Ask whether it will promote peace or violence. For safety at home, still be security conscious. Educate your household on safety tips. Report all suspicious movements and persons to the security agencies nearest to you. Be a good citizen. Be patriotic. To pass security information, please call 0813-222-2105, 0915-339-1309, 0908-837-3514, or send a mail to dsspr@dss.gov.ng. This message is from the Department of State Services, DS.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is NewsHour on Trust TV, a recap of our major stories. No life lost as another building collapses in Lagos. And Ondo State Governor Rotimi Akeredolu asks Nigerians to support competence over religion. Moving to other stories, the insecurity in some parts of the country has been identified as a threat to the success of the National Population Commission. Executive Chairman of the Commission disclosed this while answering questions during a press briefing in Bauchi. Adamu Imam has details.
National Population Commission says the exercise conducted across selected states in the nation is a success despite the challenges encountered. The chairman was represented by the Federal Commissioner Bauchi State Ibrahim Darazo. The commission also acknowledged that it was unable to reach two local council areas of Binnengwari and Abadam in Borno State due to security threat.
Some of our activities have started yielding results. The activities we have been making in collaboration with the final census has started yielding results. What are the results? Many. One of them is we have now discovered that we have not been able to reach two local governments. So it's left for us to sit down and then see how we will do that before the final.
On the closeness of the main exercise with the 2023 general elections, Darazo explained that the commission has no hand in fixing the date for the conduct of the main census, adding that the result will not be tampered with.
This census was not approved by our commission. Okay. The National Council of State, under the chairmanship of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, met and they scrutinized all the proposed dates we gave them. And they came up with this period. So it's something that the government has already calculated all, at least it has already enumerated the merits and demerits, the problems and the consequences. All this has already gone through, and at the end, they advise that this is the correct period that this census should be.
According to them, the test trial will commence in 9 local government areas, with 3 each from the 3 senatorial districts. Adam Imam, Trust TV News, Bauchi.
President Muhammadu Buhari on Wednesday in Daura, Katsina State, participated in the first phase of the Census 2023 with the trial house listing and house numbering, which takes off officially in selected local government areas of the country. National Population Commission NPC accredited the president at his country home to mark commencement of the exercise. President Buhari, who blessed the exercise, urged officials to justify the confidence of the government by returning accurate, verifiable, and dependable data. President Buhari told the NPC team, led by the chairman, Nasir Kwara, that he was impressed with the exercise. The senior special assistant to the president on media and publicity, Garba Shehu, said in a statement, after the digital capturing, the chairman explained that the modalities and technicalities of the population and housing census to the president.
Out the census preparatory activities, the president graciously approved the conduct of census, National Population Housing Census, in April 2023, and part of the preparatory activities is the enumeration identification, which we have done. We have also done first and second census pretest. What we are doing now is the trial census, which is the dress rehearsal, and it is ongoing throughout the country. Here in the northwestern geopolitical zone, we have chosen Katsina State to do full-blown local government census. And in Katsina State, we have chosen Daura, which is a border local government with Niger. Then it is also has a rural setting and has also an urban setting.
In preparation for the first fully digital census in 2023, The National Population Commission, NPC, will commence its trial census on Wednesday in Anambra State. Federal Commissioner representing Anambra State, Chidi Ezioke, said the exercise will take place in all the 7 designated towns: Akuku, Akwa Etiti, Alo, Nokwa, Nobi, Oba, and Ojoto in Idemili South local government area of the state. Ezioke further disclosed that the commission has trained 1,146 enumerators and local government supervisors to conduct the exercise in the earlier mentioned local government areas of the state. He explained that the exercise will avail the commission of the opportunity to test all aspects of census operations, from planning to implementation, logistics arrangement and management, questionnaire design and format, training procedures. The need for access to services that prevent mother-to-child transmission, PMTCT, of HIV/AIDS has again been identified and stressed. According to experts, these services are mostly needed among some pregnant women in the country who find it difficult accessing PMTCT care in communities. Trust TV's Aisha Salihu reports.
Reduction of the prevalence rate of HIV in target population of children less than 15 years and pregnant mothers, especially in Taraba State, is the basis for the dissemination of findings on the HIV identification, prevention and treatment upskill, among many approaches that help bridge the gap of eradication of the spread of HIV.
As a country, we are on course to making really good progress towards epidemic control by next year, God willing. However, pediatric ARV, we continue to lag behind there. I think to a large extent, the reason for that lag is reflective of the weakness in our health system, which means that a number of our women don't deliver in facility. And so because they don't deliver in facility, therefore implies that they will not be at a point where we could actually sort of scale up our case finding.
If you look at the cohort of the, let me say, the group of people they're looking at children and adolescents, and they're looking at children and adolescents, trying to test them to find those who are living with HIV so that they can put them on treatment. And those are the cohorts that UNICEF looks at.
A science approach to implementation involving the use of existing community structures are among steps aimed at eradicating the spread of HIV, specifically in children, through positively tested pregnant mothers.
First, we are able to identify village health workers, traditional birth attendants, and proprietary patent medicine vendors. Those are pharmaceutical shops at the local government level. Because we notice people patronize them more than even the conventional hospital. So we train them on how they can refer these pregnant women and then the children for HIV testing services.
HIV prevalence in Nigeria is quite low compared to other African countries. In Nigeria, we are currently at 0.2%. So now you have this 0.2 in a large population of children. That means you need to test so many children before you are able to harvest those who are positive.
The project, which commenced in 2019, has recorded positive partnership with national and state actors, including the National AIDS and STIs Control Program, National Agency for Control of AIDS, and the Taraba State Government to facilitate deliverables in line with set objectives and performance indicators. Aisha Salihu, Trust TV News, Abuja.
The Nigeria Center for Disease Control, NCDC, has confirmed 357 new cases of COVID-19 amid the wave of fresh infections resurging in parts of the country. In a tweet on Tuesday, the NCDC said the fresh infections were confirmed between July 9 and 11. This brings the total number of confirmed cases in the country to 258,874 since the first COVID-19 case was reported in late February 2020. Of the confirmed cases, 250,456 people have been discharged, while the number of those who died from complications relating to the disease stands at 3,144. These cases were reported in 5 states and the Federal Capital Territory. Abuja is one of the fastest growing cities in the world, attracting hundreds of menial workers who struggle to earn a living. Kabir Lawal speaks with a cross-section of youths in the city on how they struggle to make ends meet. The report.
Menial workers are often classified as low-income earners in the society because of the nature of the job. However, youths do not picture themselves handling such jobs. But lack of employment in the country has forced these youths to be engaged in such manual jobs. Some youths revealed to Trust TV correspondent that before these at times, things were better. But going by the high cost of living and difficulties in getting jobs made them to take on anything that can put food on the table.
Like we now here that we not have enough cash to buy some instrument, so we have to come and look for small thing because the country now come like so let's get me now like this. My mother don't call me now and say I send 2,000 for her. And you small 10,000 I don't gather now I send 2,000 for her like this. You see? Family now me be first born, but still. So if you go man, make person help you man, make you open shop for you. Okay, bros, I do so well, fashion designer. If I sew for you.
They called on well-meaning Nigerians and the government to come up with programs and projects that should change the current and ugly narrative.
Politicians, they don't want to give us work, to do. They say go work. We find school go, they don't give us school. The education man, we thank God, we try, we read, we write, we defend ourselves for some kind of places. And the small power we get, don't be say we get job rich like the way we work. But we see they appreciate, they don't say that's stealing. Now we will not want.
Some of them even showed off their musical skills.
Life Nigeria, everything at turn by turn. If your turn reach, yours go blow. If your turn reach, yours go hammer. I don't think I one day then go lie on me.
Observers believe young people are in their need of change that can give them opportunity to be part of meaningful development in the country and beyond.
It is of paramount importance that in life, no talent is wasted. This is what they do here, and they sing, dance with joy to make ends meet and put food on the table for themselves. In Abuja, Kabir Lawal, Trust TV News.
As Nigerian workers' departments and agencies resume work after the 2-day public holiday to celebrate Eid al-Kabir, some primary school pupils in Yola have taken to tree planting to help restore the environment. Salis Lawan reports that the exercise is part of efforts aimed at averting deforestation and climate change. The report.
Planting a tree is one of the easiest ways to improve the environment and beautify surroundings. While explaining the idea behind the tree planting, stakeholders says the decision was geared toward reducing the devastating effect of windstorm across the public schools.
Bachure Primary School will not be the only beneficiary of this exercise. Hence, it is a collective effort on our part. We urge the leaders and members of the community to join hands and ensure that these plans are taken care of.
We decided that each ward head, each teacher, each student, both secondary and primary, should come up together to make sure that these trees are secured. Even the children, by using this, it will give them is another knowledge for them that tree planting is very important.
supporting the initiative of the School-Based Management Committee on tree planting across public schools in Adamawa. The Executive Secretary, Universal Basic Education Board, Dr. Salihi Atiku, said the trees, if jealously gathered, will protect schools from the effect of windstorms.
Planting trees is very, very important. It's part of human life. Trees protect us from erosion. Trees protect us and protect our buildings from thunderstorm. And trees are shades where we can sit down and rest. Trees protect us from the heat of the sun. And trees can also be used for domestic purposes.
Parents also commended the tree planting initiative, saying the move will go a long way toward restoring environmental friendliness. From Yola, Salis Lawan, Trust TV News.
The Aren Egon and paramount ruler of Egon in Nasarawa State, Bala Angbazo, is dead. The Dangaladima Egon James Angbazo confirmed the development on Wednesday in Lafia. He said the Aren Egon died on Wednesday at the age of 89 after a protracted illness. Angbazo, who was installed on July 11, 1981, died after 41 years on the throne. You're still watching NewsHour on Trust TV. More stories after the break. Stay with us.
As the 2023 elections draw near, remember, evil prospers when good men and women only wish for peace, but never take a step to make peaceful elections happen. Are you a father? Are you a mother? What are you saying to your children as elections approach? Have you warned them not to let themselves be used to cause violence? Have you explained to them what the consequences of electoral violence might be? Do your part to make peaceful elections happen. Talk to your children. Protect them from unscrupulous politicians who want to put them in harm's way, while their own children are comfortable at home, within and outside the country. Let's join hands to make 2023 elections peaceful. This message is from the National Orientation Agency, NOAA.
Welcome back. Still ahead, the pump price of petrol in Abuja on Wednesday seemed to have settled at 185 naira per litre, which is above the government-regulated price of 165 naira a litre. While most fuel stations appear to have settled for the 185 naira per litre adjustment along the airport road, some stations in the Kubwa axis were selling the product for as high as 235 naira per litre. Several fuel stations had openly adjusted their pumps, defying government, and long queues which had besieged their pumps seemed to have thinned out. The Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria has, however, insisted that several factors have made it difficult to sell at the approved rate, pointing out that its members were not selling at a loss, but their profit margins had been eroded significantly. High cost of logistics and the war in Ukraine have been blamed for the spiraling costs, and now the marketers may have stared down government and may have obtained a tacit go-ahead to raise the prices by 25 naira per litre. We'll now join Chiamaka Nwafo for business news.
Nigeria's broadband penetration recorded a quantum leap in the last 7 months from November 2021, with a record of 7 million new subscriptions, indicating a steady rise in the nation's quest to achieve 70% national coverage by 2025. Executive Vice Chairman of the Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC, Umar Dambata, who presented the figures in a statement, said the steady growth in broadband penetration is positively impacting other sectors of the economy, such as healthcare, education, agriculture, finance, transportation, commerce, governance, and other sectors. On universal access and service, the NCC Chief Executive said the Commission, through the Universal Service Provision Fund, USPF, has recorded huge successes towards ensuring that telecommunication services are accessible to a large number of people at affordable prices. The Major Oil Marketers Association of Nigeria, MOMAN, says the regulated 165 naira pump price for premium motor spirit PMS, also known as petrol, is no longer realistic. Chairman of the association, Olumide Adeosun, made this known on Wednesday during a virtual consumer protection workshop for oil marketers by the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission, FCCPC. Adeosun, who was reacting to the lingering fuel scarcity across the country, blamed the situation on the ongoing conflict between Russia and Ukraine, which had disrupted global energy supply distribution. The MOMAN chairman likened the current situation to the COVID-19 pandemic era, with some countries moving to halt the exportation of petrol in favor of their own national energy securities. The Executive Vice Chairman, Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission, Babatunde Irukera, charged oil marketers to shun anti-competitive conduct and other acts that would shortchange consumers. And finally, in the stock market, Wednesday's trading activities on the floor of the Nigerian stock closed bearish on profit taking. The all-share index declined by 0.32% to close at 51,390.25 points. Market capitalization also witnessed a downward turn by 0.32% to close at 27.713 trillion naira from the previous close of 27.803 trillion naira. An aggregate of 198.8 million units of shares were traded in 4,796 deals valued at about 2 billion naira. The market breadth closed negative as 11 equities emerged as gainers against 25 equities that declined in their share prices. And that's it on Business News.
On the foreign scene, the owner of the bar in the South African coastal town of East London, where 21 teenagers mysteriously died last month, has been arrested, police in the Eastern Cape province said. The provincial police in a statement said the 52-year-old owner was arrested over the weekend while 2 employees at the tavern were subsequently arrested on Tuesday. The owner is now expected to appear before the East London Magistrates Court on August 19 to face charges after an investigation that focused on the alleged supply of alcohol to minors. Forensic teams are yet to reveal their conclusions on how the teens died. Football news now. Rivers United will be presented with the Nigeria Professional Football League trophy following their game with Gombe United on July 17. Rivers United were confirmed as champions on June 26 following Plateau United's defeat at the hands of Aqua United. The league management company will present the trophy this Sunday after matchday 38 clash against Gombe United at the Adokiye Amesiemaka Stadium. Should Rivers United avoid defeat in their final match, they will beat their own record total of 74 points set on matchday 36 and become the first team to top 75 points in a season. We now join Adeniyi Ajishafe for sports news.
Aruna Quadri is expected to join some of the World Table Tennis stars at the inaugural World Table Tennis WTT Championship tagged European Summer Series 2022 in Budapest, Hungary. From July 18 to 23, 2022, world best players will compete in men and women's singles event being held concurrently, offering fans double excitement as players compete for the inaugural title. 12 titles will be at stake during the 12-day non-stop action European Summer Series. And in athletics, Athletics Federation of Nigeria, AFN, says it will continue to provide needed platform for Nigerian athletes to attain greater heights in their career. President, Athletics Federation of Nigeria, Chief Tolumbok Okowa, says AFN wants to see Nigerian athletes ruling world athletics. The recent performance of Nigerian athletes at various international meets, he says, is a clear indication that the country's athletes could become world beaters if given the necessary encouragement. Okowa says Team Nigeria contingent to World Athletics Championship Eugene, Oregon, United States of America, will do the nation proud, adding that the athletes are in high spirit. AFN president, who enjoined athletes to give their all as they face other top athletes across the globe, called on the private sector to partner with the AFN towards putting Nigerian athletics on a high pedestal. He informed that the AFN is committed to redirecting athletics in Nigeria towards discovering, grooming and exposing them to international community as well as building future champions. That's Sport News. I am Adeniyi Ajishafe.
And with sports news, we have come to the end of News Hour on Trust TV. For more news, connect with us across all our social media platforms. I am Ayinde Shuaga, thanking you for watching.